Well, the Republican who is challenging Harry Reid says the Senate Majority Leader is trying to steal this election. Sharon Engel's camp lodged complaints with the state attorney general, claiming that Reid and his Democratic allies are offering free food and gift cards in exchange for a vote for Reid at the polls. But is it true? Cleta Mitchell is the GOP attorney who works for the Engel campaign who lodged that complaint. Cleta, thank you. Welcome back to the program. Good to see you.
Thank you. Nice
All right.
to see you.
So that's the question. All right, first let's find out what you're alleging, then we'll talk about, what the proof is. So what exactly is it that you're alleging?
Well, we understand something. Voting began in Nevada on October 16th, so it's been ongoing for a week and a half now. It will continue through Friday of this week, and then the polls will close and reopen again on Election Day. And by then, over half the people of Nevada who are going to vote will have voted. And last week, when President Obama was in town in Nevada and all across the city of Las Vegas, near polling places, the Democrats were holding rallies to get people to come to the rallies, handing out free food, free pizza, etc., and giving free food to people who said that they had voted, who wore the little sticker saying I voted. And we were very concerned because the Nevada law, as most states have such a law, says you can't give anything of value to induce someone to vote. But the Secretary of State, just as we were beginning to document and hear about all of these different things, the Secretary of State on Friday issued a public statement saying, oh, well, it's okay. It's okay to give out free food and that sort of thing. It's all right. But that's the kind of thing we're up against.
But let me stop you there because the Secretary of State said something along that, and then here's the Deputy Secretary of State, Matt Griffin, who said the law does not automatically prohibit giving food at Get Out the Vote rallies. It prohibits giving out food in exchange for a vote. And he says these are the two questions that he asks himself in evaluating such conduct. What's the intention of the person making the offer? And will the voter be compromised or feel like he then owes a vote to Harry Reid because he had a hot dog at the rally that was there? So it's not an automatic no. I mean, they do have to make an inquiry to see the circumstances. It's not necessarily that black and white, is it?
Well, just think about it this way. There have been instances in 2004, in 2006, where investigations have shown that indeed food, cigarettes, small amounts of money, gas money, were given to voters in different states in order to entice them to vote for particular
candidates. Well, that happened like with Acorn. There was testimony from direct witnesses who talked about the guy said to me, if you register to vote with me, I will give you a pack of cigarettes. Now, that is a direct quid pro quo. But this is, hey, we want to get people out to vote. Here's a hot dog. That is a lot more innocuous than the Acorn situation.
Well, the thing that is troublesome is that the Secretary of State should have issued a stern admonition to everyone saying, be careful. The law says you may not give a thing of value to induce a vote. And what the Secretary of State did instead, the Democratic Secretary of State, what he did instead was essentially blur the lines so that how in the world are you going to possibly investigate all of those instances where free food is given out to people who are at a rally right next to a polling place?
Why doesn't Sharon Engel, if the Secretary of State is saying that, why not fight fire with fire? And you give out free food, too. If the Secretary is saying it's fine as long as it's not a quid pro quo, then you do it,
Well, the truth of the matter is, Megan, I represent people before the Federal Election Commission. I represent conservatives and Republicans, and there's always a double standard. We follow the law, try to follow the law scrupulously, and we're always held to a higher standard, and we get punished when we get even close to the line. The Democrats skate very close to the line and don't get
public. Is it just the free food, or what else is it?
Actually, the truth is what we're most concerned about is that every day during this early voting period, we have seen discrepancies, potential errors, and more votes cast on machines than there are voters who've signed in. On Monday, we sent a document of 44 pages to the Secretary of State outlining all of these discrepancies. And frankly, there are a lot of decisions that are being made behind closed doors, the comparing of signatures, voters to those on absentee ballots. All of that is being done behind closed doors. We're not having the opportunity to observe those things.
Is that out of the normal course? I mean, should you?
No, that's how they do it. And it's unfortunately, I think the main thing I would like to say is that elections need to be error-free, transparent, and honest. And that's what we're trying to make sure happens in Nevada and elsewhere.
Transparent and honest sound good, but error-free, you may be dreaming on that one, Cleta. Otherwise, it's going to put you out of a job if it is. I got to run, but thanks so much, Cleta Mitchell.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Well, new developments today on a scandal involving an aide to Harry Reid, a sham marriage, and a man caught up in a terror investigation. Now Republicans are asking what Senator Reid knew and when he knew it. And we've got breaking news coming in on a high-profile incident on the campaign trail. New video just released from this incident where a woman was knocked down and stepped on at a Rand Paul